In Apple's WWDC event, they announced a 15-inch MacBook Air. It has the same M2 chip as in the 13-inch MacBook Air. It also includes Touch ID and an 18-hour battery life, same as the 13-inch MacBook Air. However, the battery is bigger to compensate for the larger screen. It also has 2 more speakers to give it a total of 6-speaker sound system. Apple has also announced a new Mac Pro and Mac Studio. The Mac Pro has a new M2 Ultra with a 24-core CPU, 76-core GPU and up to 192GB of memory. It supports 3 8K displays and has 3 USB ports, 2 HDMI ports, 2 Ethernet ports and 8 USB-C ports. The Mac Pro also has 7 PCI Express slots. It is priced around $7,000 and the Mac Studio with the same chip is around $4,000. In iOS 17, you'll be able to change the call screen for your contacts. This could be a picture with a name behind it, an emoji, or without the text behind the image. It's changed in a similar way to the lock screen, but I would imagine it's done through the Contacts app. The font can be changed along with its colour. The call screen also uses this image, and the same image is used in the contact card. If you get a voicemail, you can also see a live text of what the person is saying. In FaceTime, you can record a video which also acts as a voicemail. In Messages, there's also a new catch-up button, which brings you back to the part of the conversation you last read. A voice message also has text so you can see what was said if you would rather not play it. You can swipe on a message to reply to it. Apple also introduced a new thing which they call check-in. And no, it's not for hotels. If you went out and planned to be back by a set time, your phone can tell the other person when you have arrived home. It will also wait until 15 minutes after the set time, unless you've extended it, before alerting the other person that you're not home yet. This will allow the other person to see your location, battery and cellular levels. You can also access a new menu of quick actions and swipe up to see all the actions. Spell check is also easier to use as you can revert a word back to what it was before. The text will also appear before you typed it if you're predictable enough. When I was making this script for this actually, I noticed that on Microsoft Word it already does this, and I wonder where Apple got the idea from. Name drop is a new feature that allows you to share your number with a person you just met. You can receive or share the number. Contact details are shown after you press share. This also works with an Apple Watch. AirDrop now works also by just bringing your phone close to the other person's phone. It'll even continue if you step away. A similar method can now also start a SharePlay. Apple's also introduced Journal, which is a journal, but it has suggestions based on what you entered to your journal. These could include contacts, location, music, photos, podcasts, or even workouts. Standby allows more phones to have an always-on display when charging. Swiping can change the clock, and swiping horizontally can show different information such as photos. When you use widgets, the clock can change from analog to other widgets and can show even more information. Live activities are also shown on the screen, and Siri is available. You can change the music using the music controls. Standby also adjusts depending on the lighting. All of this is remembered and will use a different screen if you use different MagSafe chargers. Speaking of Hey Siri, you can now just say Siri, and Apple Maps can be downloaded to give you turn-by-turn directions without a signal. Photos recognize faces better and can now even recognize pets. We also get the ability to share AirTags, see past HomeKit changes, and new emojis. Interactive widgets on the iPad allow you to use the app from the home screen. This also works on third-party apps. The lock screen has also been updated to be more like the iPhone. They have added kaleidoscope and dynamic wallpapers, which use live photos to animate. You can change the font style and color and its weight. Widgets can also be added to improve the lock screen. Live activities are also on iPad, along with a health app. This can also be used by the third-party apps. PDFs will also have a new design for editing them. This allows you to use Apple Pencil and collaborate with other people. There is also new tools in Freeform, Stage Manager improvements, and collaboration on Apple Music. The new macOS screensaver is also of places around the world. You can add widgets to the desktop that also fade when an app is in use. FaceTime now has a presenter view for when you're sharing your screen. This also allows you to be in a small circle or have your screen behind you. Reactions are now in FaceTime and can be triggered by a button or a gesture. Private browsing now locks the window, blocks trackers, and removes URL trackers. You can also share passkeys with family. Safari can change by linking it to a focus. You can also add websites to the dock. On AirPods Pro 2nd generation, you can use adaptive audio to let some sound through, but remove other sound. AirPods can also recognize when you speak and stop noise cancelling.
Hey Corey. Hey, how you doing?
Good.
Are you going to be at the C141278 meeting later?
Definitely, I'll be there.
Awesome. I've got something I'd love to run by you.
Look forward to it.
See you there.
See ya.
When you're on a call, you can also mute and unmute.
Hey there.
They'll also be faster to transfer between devices. AirPlay will also now recommend to play if you're near a HomePod. HomePods also support third-party services. In a hotel, you can connect to their TV using the cast feature. The music can be casted by scanning a QR code. In CarPlay, you can use SharePlay to control the music and add songs to the queue. On Apple TV, there's a new menu which lets you control your AirPods HomeKit, access the control center, and switch profile. The remote can also be located with your iPhone. Apple TV can also show you your photo memories and use FaceTime. This uses continuity camera, meaning you can use your phone's camera to get your video. And you see the other people on the Apple TV. WatchOS 10 has a new smart stack on the watch face to show you important information. It also supports timers to show you a countdown. Apps now have a new design to fill the screen. This design is also going to be used by app developers to make the design similar. A new colourful watch face will be added along with a new Snoopy watch face. In cycling, you can now see your functional threshold power, which is calculated using your power, heart rate and motion data. You can also use a new phone view to see the information on your phone. When hiking, you can now see your last point where you had cell service, and the last point where you had the ability to use emergency SOS. This will also show the elevation of saved locations. Apple Maps can also have contour lines and show you trail information. A new mindfulness feature allows you to show your state of mind and track mental health over time. There are also new features on iPhone to help you work out your current state of mental health. Apple Watch can also track the amount of time you spent in daylight. This can help to protect your eyes. There are also features on your iPhone and iPad to see if you've had your screen too close to you. You can also now join a group FaceTime call on Apple Watch.
It's already been a big day, but we do have one more thing. Introducing Apple Vision Pro. In the same way that Mac introduced us to personal computing and iPhone introduced us to mobile computing, Apple Vision Pro will introduce us to spatial computing.
Apple have also announced their new AR headset. When you put it on, you'll see the menu in front of you. This seems to be in your current room. The apps are similar to the apps on iPhone, but they fill the room you're currently in. You control Apple Vision Pro using your hands and your eyes. You can open multiple apps at once, and you can make them larger than the room you're in. This is done by using the digital crown to switch between AR and VR. Eyesight is how anyone else can see your eyes through the Vision Pro. When your eyes are fully visible, it shows the person that you can see them. A slight glow in front of your eyes shows you have other apps open. If the person can only see glow, it shows you're in VR and therefore cannot see them. Also see your Mac screen in front of you through the headset. A 3D camera is also built into the front panel to capture video and make it feel like you're there again. The screen consists of 23 million pixels. You can also use Apple Pay with your eyes using Optic ID. The headset also supports spatial audio. Apple Vision Pro starts at $3,499 and will be available in the US early next year. And yes, Apple did announce a headset to strap to your face less than 5 minutes after telling you not to have your iPhone or iPad too near your face.